K-Rock here, Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews. One of the great things about the 2K2000 tour is we didn't know who we were going to run into, and we were so psyched today to run into John Allen from Charm City Devils. Hey, thanks for talking to Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, you guys had a, what are you out here for? We're in Wisconsin, and I guess we're in Illinois today. What are you out here for?
We came out for radio. We were doing the radio show at Chicago's rock station, Will Rock, and then that was it. We were planning to do that, and then tomorrow at JJO in Madison, Wisconsin, and then Summerfest on Thursday performing. So strictly these 2 days radio visits, right? But we got there today, and they said, "Hey, you want to play tonight at Austin's Fuel Room here in Libertyville?" So we said, "Sure, yeah, we're here. Let's do it."
Now, band Out of Our Own Heart, for those that don't know, these guys are from Baltimore, my hometown, so I have such a warm spot for them. Now, you guys have been playing a lot of festivals over the years. Is it a big festival summer for you guys?
It is. We already did Rocklahoma, and now we're going to do Summerfest on Thursday. We've got Showboat Rock Fest up in Chesaning. I think I'm saying that right, Chesaning, Michigan. And then in the fall we get back home. We're doing 98 Rocks Equinox Fall Fest.
We're going to that.
And we'll be there. Mid-Atlantic Rock.
That's cool.
We'll be there.
And when is this going to air? Because I can give you
in about a week.
Okay. We're playing at Hershey Stadium for the Rock Allegiance tour as well.
We'll be there too.
And that is another good announcement, because Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews will be right there.
Awesome.
Now, you knocked Man of Constant Sorrow out of the park today. We had the pleasure of seeing that at the Chicago radio station. Question I have for you, do you have to sing that song differently when you're doing it acoustic versus when you're doing it with a full band?
Well, this morning I didn't. I actually sang it the way I sing it live, like with everything high. Depends on how I feel, how early in the morning I gotta sing. Sometimes if you're doing an acoustic thing, you might want to sing it down and low, a little bit lower, so it sounds warmer and not so harsh and shouty. Acoustic's a different thing, and I've toyed around with messing with that melody a little bit, but I always tend to just want to go for it, always.
How did you find it? So we heard something, we didn't actually, I'm embarrassed to admit this at first, we didn't realize that song was like 130 years old or something. How did you stumble onto that as a cover tune?
Actually, just from the movie was the first place I heard it. It was from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And then from the Grammy performance that Ralph Stanley did, I mean, it was so incredible, so inspiring. But had I known, so many people have covered it over the years, I may have given it more pause, to cover the song, because someone just told me recently that Rod Stewart did a cover of it back in the 70s. I know Bob Dylan did one in the 60s, which I was unaware of as well. I mean, it's pretty big shoes, to try and fill. Anyway, the song is it's lived on this many years, and we treated it, I guess, with irreverence, and we kind of got rid of the music and did our own thing with that, which maybe makes for a little bit of a problem with some real hardcore blues fans, bluegrass fans, I should say, not blues fans. But overall, we've heard nothing but positive response.
Now, I don't know if it's possible somebody didn't hear that yet, but Octane is all over this thing, and I believe you guys are still in the top 15 as far as I knew this week. I'm pretty sure. So we've heard it all over Octane.
Sweet.
Now, you were originally a drummer, is that correct?
Right.
So as a musician by trade, is it more fun to be a drummer as a performer or a front man?
They're different things. I mean, they're two different animals. And when you're back behind the drum set, you're protected by your area and your zone. Unless you're too crazy, you don't have to worry about falling off the stage when you're a drummer. you know, as a singer, you got a lot of things to contend with, and it's definitely a different beast. But I'm having a really great time being the singer, frontman. You know, it's just a different set of responsibilities and everything, but it's a good time.
Now, being that we're from Baltimore, we experience Charm City as a Baltimore band in our heart, although we know you're a national act. It's just sort of that. Is there a difference between a song folks in your hometown love and a song that takes off when you play nationally? Is there any difference there?
Is there a difference between a song?
Is there like one song that latches on in Baltimore and then a different song in your hometown versus a song that folks other parts of the country latch on to?
No, that hasn't been our experience. I mean, Best of the Worst goes over in Baltimore, maybe more so because the hometown radio station played it. But you know, if anything, radio airplay is the thing that really sort of, drives, you know, fan response and, you know, fan activity, people coming out to shows and such. We just played in Johnson City, Tennessee. We've never played there before. Played there on Saturday. There are 2 rock stations in that town, and they both are playing our song. So the show was incredible. It was packed. People were going crazy. The crowd was so loud that I thought they were pumping in audience noise through the PA, kind of like the Colts did during football games. Oh yeah, that's right. They didn't do that. But yeah, I mean, it was incredible. And you know, we're finding actually that some songs are just loan themselves to the live, the live medium, you know, really well. Like the one called Love and War off the new record. It's just a rocker, you know. It's up tempo, and that song, nobody's heard that song. I mean, I have to be honest with myself, you know, unless they own the record. But you know, that song just goes over like gangbusters, goes over really well live.
Now you mentioned Best of the Worst and being a Baltimore native. It is actually my favorite song you guys do. Is there a story behind that song at all? Is it about something? Because you always kind of got a little intro when you do it to the crowd.
Right.
Kind of say it's about us.
Yeah, it's about, you know, F-ups is what I say about, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think, you know, it's feeling that maybe you're not worthy of this person you're trying to have. Better get your power steering looked at there, buddy. You know, trying to date somebody that you don't maybe feel exactly maybe worthy of, you know, and that's kind of what the story is behind that song.
So you mentioned Rock Legions. What's the next big thing you're proud of on the horizon for Charm City?
That's a huge one because we had the advantage or the pleasure of playing Hershey Stadium once before. We opened for Bon Jovi there, so it's the biggest crowd we ever played for. I think like 30,000, 40,000 people. So we're looking forward to that. The hometown show at Pier 6 is something I'm looking forward to. That'll be with Sick Puppies and Seether. I think is closing that show headline. And then we have Island Bay Day in October. and that should be a lot of fun. That's a ton of bands on that. That's October, I believe 13th. It's a Saturday. I think I have the date right.
So for those who don't know the band, we're all over them at Beat 'em Mid-Atlantic site. Website is at charmcitydevils.com.
Yep, charmcitydevils.com.
Check these guys out there. You can hear see all the dates that John was talking about. We're going to be at a couple of them. We're going to be at the Rock Allegiance. We're going to be at the Pier 6 show. So
and
you
the last
go
one
out
too.
And see these guys. Yeah, the last show he mentioned too. We see them live as often as we can. If you're in the Baltimore area, definitely go see them.
July 22nd, we'll be in Baltimore at Rams Head Live for our headline show.
July 22nd, Rams Head Live, one of the best clubs in Baltimore. A fantastic place to see a show. Travel to go see it like we do. We came 1,000 miles, and we're here with John. And we want to thank him for taking the time to talk to us. Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews. You never know who we're going to run into here on the road. This is K-Rock with John Allen from Charm City Devils.